Hey, welcome everyone. Happy Saturday morning. Welcome to Flow with Nicole. Today we are going to be practicing a class that's based around the root chakra. And so it's going to have elements that involve the legs, the feet, getting grounded, and really feeling a sense of solidity in your body and coming back to what you know really supports you. So we will, of course, have some fun, I hope, and let's get started lying on our backs. You may need a couple of blocks, perhaps a blanket. All right, let's get started. Right, so coming to lie down on your back, go ahead and find your knees bent and placing your feet on the floor. Take your feet wide, maybe even as wide as the mat. Let the knees start to just fall toward each other. And you might have to play around with bringing the feet a little closer or a little further away until you find yourself feeling very comfortable on the floor. Adjust so that your sacrum, right below your low back, is resting on the floor, and the low back has a small curve happening, the natural curvature of the spine. And feel your shoulder blades now, maybe even lift up and slightly squeeze the shoulder blades together so that they're flat on the floor. Open up the arms wide, or place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. And take a moment to allow yourself to arrive. To start to find your breath. And to begin to relax your body. Close the eyes. Soften your face as well as your shoulders, your chest, your belly, your hips and your legs. And feel this moment of full support of the ground, holding you, supporting you. Maybe begin to notice now your breath as your belly moves against your hands, lifting and falling with a natural, smooth rhythm. And notice if there's anywhere that you're blocking that breath from traveling. See if you can allow it to completely fill you and then completely empty you. So even though the breath happens on its own, we don't have to think about it. We can bring awareness to it and begin to shape it a bit more. So let the inhales get deeper, wider, and fuller. And allow the exhale to empty all the way out. Follow it and even help it by pulling the belly button back toward the spine slightly. Pay attention to that little pause right at the end of your exhale. Notice what it feels like to be in that pause, in that space between. Notice how the inhale doesn't have to be forced, but just comes on its own when it's ready. Keeping that awareness will begin to move the body a little bit. And just do your best to stay with that long and deep inhale, smooth, complete exhale. You can take the arms open into a cactus for a moment. You can let the knees flop open for a moment if you want, or even take them gently side to side. Just to be laying on the ground feels so grounding. Give yourself a moment and then pull the right knee in toward the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze it in a little bit more. And your choice to keep the left knee bent or straighten that leg all the way out as you begin to work some circles in the right hip. Ground the left hip down so you keep that sense of solidness here. Take the circles in both directions. And coming to center as you inhale. And on your exhale, use the left hand to pull the knee across the body. Stretch the right arm out to the right. Turn your head to the right for a gentle twist. And only go as far as you need to start to feel a nice stretch across the hip and a gentle twist. One more breath in and out. And now inhale back to center. You bend that left knee again if you haven't already and stretch the right leg up. Point and flex the foot a few times, inhaling and exhaling. At the same time as you're doing that, don't let go of that position we created with our hips and our low back so that the low back still has that little gap underneath it and the sacrum is solid right against the floor. And then you feel that the belly begins to engage a little bit. Circle the ankle. And up to you, walk the hands up the leg or grab onto the big toe. And option to lengthen the bottom leg down again. Just a little touch to the hamstrings. Relax the shoulders down onto the floor. Make sure there's no tension in the neck, the jaw. Take another breath in. And release, bending the knee back into the chest. Bring the left knee in to meet the right. And switch, right foot to the floor. Circling through the left knee. The root chakra that we're talking about today. The color of the root chakra is red. And the element is earth. And that makes sense as we are talking about being grounded and solid and a sense of security that comes with that. Inhaling here in the center, stretching the right leg out. Exhaling, pull the knee across the body. Left arm reaches in the opposite direction. And the head can turn toward the left arm if the neck is nice and ready for that. Fill the belly on your inhale. Draw it out. Exhale. And back to center. Stretch the left leg straight up. Point and flex the foot. The root chakra has to do with the legs and the feet, as well as the sit bones, perineum, and the tailbone. So we're really working with our stems. Those things that carry us around all day. So grateful. Okay, walk your hands up the leg or grab onto hook the big toe. And take any option for the right leg, bent or straight. Okay, for me this morning, hamstrings are a little tight. So I'm going to go easy on myself. Just ease into it. Take another breath. And exhale, release, bring the right knee in to meet the left. And this time give yourself a little low back massage, rock back and forth. Make circles with both knees. And as you're ready, let's come into a little core work. So we're still going to be on our back. Take your arms down by your sides. Take your knees stacked over your hips and your shins parallel to the floor. And pull your belly button down toward your spine, keeping that same shape that we kept with the low back having a nice little space and the sacrum rounded. Okay, breathing here. Either stay here, if you can keep your face and everything relaxed for a little bit more. Reach one heel out to hover over the ground. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, bring it back. Keep that going for a little bit here. Find your rhythm of your breath. Yes, you're getting stronger. Keep it going. You're stronger than you think you are. And if you want a little bit more, try both. Inhaling as you straighten, exhale as you come back. Any of those variations, you have a little longer to go. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now straight up and breathe. Stack those feet right over your hips. And for a little bit more, right leg and left leg. Inhaling as you lengthen the leg out. Exhaling as you come back to center. This one's a little shorter. Three more each side. Last one. Inhale, lift up with your upper body, reach for those toes, and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. Last 10. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leave the head up, hug the knees in. Breathing here. Long deep breath or breath of fire. You're almost there. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the head down. Take a breath in. And out. Grab behind the back of the legs and start to rock yourself forward and back. Come on up to seated. When you find your seated position, take a moment to adjust. Feel your sit bones as you rock side to side. Take a little forward-backward motion. You feel yourself rolling on those sit bones, finding the tailbone. And then find that balanced place on the sit bones. The tailbone helping you to root. So now we're really finding the rooted place here. The place where our breath begins and ends. So sitting nice and tall here, lifting through the heart. Let's begin to take some, it's like cat and cow, but it's called the camel ride. So you'll hold on to either shin. Inhale as you pull the heart forward through the arms and arch the back. And exhale as you round, tuck the chin. Inhaling and exhaling. And just find a rhythm that works for you. Start slow. And then build your way up a little faster with the breath. So the inhale expands and the exhale contracts. Close your eyes. Focus your gaze toward the third eye center and focus your awareness on the feeling of your root. Go for 10 more seconds. Inhale to center, nice and tall. Hold your breath at the top. Pull the root lock like you're trying to stop the flow of urine. That's your Muladhara, your root lock. And then before there's any strain, release. Take the hands to the knees. Start to make Sufi circles. Inhale as you move toward the right knee, come forward and around. Exhale as you take it to the back. Inhaling, you arch. Exhaling, you round. And again, find your rhythm. And switch direction. Being in touch with our root is sometimes challenging because our culture and society acts as if it's shameful, right? As if it's shameful to need to survive. As if it's shameful to have needs of security. These are necessary. These are at the very base level. Come back to center, inhale. Hold the root lock, lift lightly. And before there's any strain, release. Come to hands and knees. Get a sip of water if you need. Find your way to your hands and your knees. Take a little moment to shake out or work out, move out any stiffness that you may feel. Opportunity to release from those last few poses. And then tuck the 10 toes under. Sit back onto your toes, onto your heels. Drop your head down, maybe slide the arms way out, let the belly rest on the thighs, forehead on the floor. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears and hug those outer arms in. Press into the fingertips and create really solid arms locked into the shoulder girdle. Take a couple more breaths, really sitting back into those heels, stretching the soles of the feet and the toes. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, just come forward enough to shift the shoulders over the wrists and lift the knees off the floor to hover. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, let the belly button come back toward the spine. Just holding here, fire up the upper body and the legs. Inhale, keep the neck long. Exhale, sit back toward the heels now, but don't let those knees touch. Drop the head down, look between the knees. Feel the legs firing up. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. And exhale, let the heels release in our first downward facing dog. You might have your knees bent a little. Take a moment, pedal the feet. Pressing the right heel down, bending the left knee, and then switch. And see if you can really find that the breath is initiating your movements. Coming back to center, come up to both toes, inhale. Exhale, let your heels drop to the right and have a little squat. Look between the hands. Inhale, lift back up to the toes. And exhale, drop the heels to the left, bend down, look between the hands. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, let the heels release down. Keep wrapping the outer arms in. Keep pressing down with the thumb and the index finger. Engaging the thighs, lengthening the back of the knees. And really looking for those sit bones and the tailbone to, be in that same position as you were on your back. So if you tend to overarch in the back, you might have to pull in the low belly. And if you tend to tuck your tailbone, you may have to reach those sit bones higher. One more inhale in your downward dog. And exhale, walk the hands back to the feet, to the back of the mat. Finding forward fold with the feet hip distance. You can always have your blocks here and have your hands on your blocks. You need a little support from the floor lift. Now take a moment, rock forward and back on your feet. Feel the weight in the balls of the feet and the toes. Feel the weight in the heels. Go a little side to side even. Feel the weight on the outsides of your feet, on the insides. And now find that place of stability, of evenness in the feet. Spread the toes. See if you can keep the hips stacked over the knees over the ankles. Just a couple more breaths here. Shake the head yes and no. Another inhale. Exhale. And we'll slowly start to ragdoll up to stand. You can bring your hands right to the tops of your thighs if you want a little extra support. Try to keep everything heavy and rolling up one vertebrae at a time until the head stacks on top. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. And find yourself solidly standing now in mountain pose, Tadasana. And take a moment to consider the mountain, the qualities of the mountain. And possess those qualities now in your mountain pose. So stable. Nothing challenges a mountain's right to be here. And nothing can challenge your right to be here. You're here. That means it's meant to be. When you're ready, open your eyes if you close your eyes. And on your next inhale, mindfully walk to the front of your mat while taking your arms up to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the feet together, bring the hands together, and draw them right toward the center of your heart. Anjali Mudra. Let's begin Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutations. Inhale, take the arms up, ground through the feet as you rise through the rest of the body. Exhale, fold into the legs, bending the knees if you need to bring the belly toward the thighs. Inhale to glance halfway up and lengthen your spine. Exhale, step the left foot back and drop it down. Lift the heart up. Inhale, step back, either plank pose or knees. Exhale, lower, chest and chin. Inhale, glide into a low cobra, baby. And exhale, push yourself back, either through hands and knees or through plank pose. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look to your hand. Step your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Touch the hands, draw through center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back and lower the knee. Lift the heart. Inhale. Plank pose or knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise to the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step, or if you like, hop your feet forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale with a flat back, rise up. Exhale through the center. Go again, inhale. Reach up, keep the legs strong and active. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, either step back or hop back and flow through that vinyasa. Move into a deeper back bend if it feels good. Breathing here. One more breath in, one more breath out. Inhale, rise to the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift to fill the lungs. Forward fold to empty. Inhale, rise up. Come all the way to the top. Press through the feet. Exhale, fold right back in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale one more time through vinyasa of your choice. Inhaling, open up the heart. Strengthen those legs, even in this back bend. Exhale, downward facing. When you're ready, inhale, rise up to the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop. Halfway lift, inhaling. Exhaling, fold in. Bring your feet hip distance if they're not already. And find that even place in the feet again. With the fingertips on the floor, now bend your knees up to 90 degrees. Lift the chest off the thighs. Bring your hands right out in front. Palms down. So speaking of grounding here, you're going to find it in this chair pose. Really nice and stable. This, you can really feel yourself getting stronger, grounding down. One more breath. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale, stand up, press the hands down. Yes, do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees now up to 90. Draw the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, sit deeper. One more breath. Exhale, stand up. One more time with that flow. Inhale. Lift up, stretch. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the belly away from the thighs. Exhale, sink low and drop the tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, stand up. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale, dive in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back. Flow through a vinyasa. You can skip the vinyasas anytime and meet us in downward facing dog. And when you get to that downward facing dog, inhale the right leg up. And go ahead and yawn it open. Open the hip, bend the knee. Get yourself a little stretch. It's just for a moment. One more breath in. And as you exhale, bring the knee to the nose and step the foot between the hands. Coming to our first crescent pose. Feel free to use the back knee down if you need. Otherwise, come right up into the full crescent. Touch the hands, look up. Sink the shoulders down. Exhale, go a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, take the hands down. Step back. Take the vinyasa or downward facing dog. And right away, once you get to that down dog, inhale the left leg up. Exhale, open the hip, bend the knee. Oh, yana, open. Take a breath in. Bring the leg back to straight and exhale, knee to nose, step the foot between. Leaving the back foot on the ball of toes. Make sure you have a little bit of space between your feet. They're not on a balance beam. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, pelvis down. And nice and stable. Exhale, take the hands down. Step back, flow through vinyasa. And downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here. Let it out your mouth if you like. Another inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, bring the arms out in front. Inhale, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, sink a little low. Inhale here. Exhale, stand up. Inhale, reach the arm. Exhale, forward fold. Just adding on to that flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it back through vinyasa. And inhale the right leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee. Exhale. Inhale back to straight and square. Exhale, step it through. Sinking around the legs. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, take the arms down the ribs, or down, like wings. There we go. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Adjusting the feet. Front heel to back arch. Both hips opening and sinking down. And notice your pelvis here. If you have a tendency to arch, you're going to have to work the action of tucking the tailbone. And if you tend to tuck, then you might have to work a little bit more in the opposite direction. Inhale, take the legs straight. Reach the arms up. Feel the strength of your legs, almost as if they are roots reaching into the earth and pulling up the nutrients into your body. Exhale back into warrior two. Look over the right middle finger. Stay for 3 breaths. So part of the root chakra is being able to take up space, believing that you belong and that you are provided for. Take another breath in, out, reverse, reach back just for a breath. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Take the vinyasa or just skip it and go to down dog for the other side. Left leg lifting as you inhale. Exhale to open the hip, bend the knee. Inhale, straight and square. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Sink the hips, inhale, crescent pose. And exhale, take the arms down the ribs like wings. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, open up, warrior two. So find the stance. Check your alignment. And then inhale, take the legs straight. Draw the energy from your feet to your crown and beyond. And exhale back into warrior two. Stretch those fingertips away from each other. And let the breath sustain you for one more round. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, take the hands down. Step back, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. And your choice, you can either have 5 breaths in your downward dog, 5 breaths in a child's pose, or grab a drink. And just stay with your breath. We're coming to our peak pose, but before we do, come to your hands and your knees. I think I'm going to do it this way, actually. Come on up to your knees, standing. We're going to take the left leg out, with the toes pointing forward for gate pose. Take the left hand down, reach the right arm up, and exhale, side bend. Over that left leg, and see if you can keep that right shoulder moving down, even if you have to soften the arm a little bit. Breathe into the side waist. Really firm up that straight leg. Good, one more breath. On your exhale, come up. Set the right hand down. And your back foot might slightly turn in as you lift the straight leg and flex those toes. Roll your left hip back. Roll your left shoulder back. Maybe take the arm up. Maybe look up. And last option is to bend the back knee and reach back with your left hand. Keep the foot away and open everything up. It's only when we feel grounded, solid, stable, that we can take the risks to balance and open ourselves like this. Release the leg. Bring it back down, coming out the same way we came in. Set the foot down, coming up, and switch. Do your best to stay with your breath all throughout. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale. Side bend. Keep those stems, those roots engaged. Last breath in and exhaling to come up. Setting that left hand down, adjusting the left shin, and then lifting the right leg. And really flexing that foot helps you to keep this leg engaged and strong. And notice if the leg is way back behind you. You want to be able to look down and see those toes. Okay, maybe go for the Shavasana grab. Reach back and open. Keep pressing firmly into that left hand, lifting out of the shoulder joint instead of collapsing. Take another breath and releasing the way we came in. And exhale, release. Go ahead and make your way back to downward facing dog. One more little flow before we head to Shavasana. From your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten and square. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, one breath, crescent. Exhale, warrior two, open. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, side angle. Bring the right elbow to the right knee and perhaps have your block there. Left arm reaching up. Now take the left arm, turn the palm away from you and bring the hand behind your back. Maybe even through this little crease, wrapping around the hip. Keep the shoulder rolling back, right hip hugging under. Good. Take another breath here. Release the arm. Look down. And come on up into half moon. Step up. You can use the block. And it's okay to wobble because we're playing with finding our grounding, our stability. And then optional, bending the top knee, reaching back. For the full version, trust yourself. Trust that you have what you need. Even if the pose doesn't turn out the way you expected, that's okay. And release. And coming out the same way we came in. Windmill the hands down. Take a vinyasa between sides or just go to down dog. Left leg lifting when you get there. Open the hip, bend the knee. Inhale it up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, side angle. Reach the right arm up and open. And maybe wrap behind your back. Breathing here. Inhale, release the arm, look down. Exhale, step the foot forward, the right foot slightly, and then lift it up. Keep the right hip and right shoulder rolling open. Flex the right foot. Allow yourself to take up space, be expansive. You are supported. And maybe reach back for that foot. Breath is flowing. Steady gaze. Releasing. With control, coming back. Full breath in, exhale. Take the hands down, step back. Take a vinyasa or find your down dog. When you're ready, right leg lifts again. Full breath in, exhale to come into pigeon pose, bringing that right leg forward and sliding the back leg back. Maybe take a couple breaths, lift and tall before sinking in. Sometimes it's nice to rest the elbows and then take the thumbs to the third eye. And rest the forehead on the thumbs. I wish we could stay a little longer, but come on up. And then just bend the back leg, roll into the right hip, bend the back knee. So you're sitting in a little stag pose. Turn to your right, place the hands, and just drop the crown of the head, bow. Coming up, let's switch sides on that pigeon pose. Release any way you like, and then take the left leg up. And exhale, bring it forward. So we're probably all really feeling like we need grounding this time in the world. And it's always nice to remember that our true home is within, and so we can always find the stability and the grounding we need by taking time to go within, to be with ourselves, and to realize all the ways in which we really are supported. Take about 3 more breaths here. As you start to transition out, roll to the left hip, bend the right knee, sit up tall as you inhale, and turn over that left leg, bow down, drop the crown of your head. Gratitude for all that you have. Coming back up slowly. Let's take the legs around this time. Straight out. Inhale. Lift the body tall. And exhale, fold over the legs. If you can reach your feet, give your feet a little massage. You're in touch every single day with the earth. What moves us, supports us. You deserve a little love. Another breath here. And then roll yourself up. Grab your block. I'm going to take a very gentle, supported shoulder stand called waterfall pose. Laying onto your back. Take your block, slide it right under your low back, just above, halfway on your low back, halfway on your sacrum. And lift the legs up. And then you may have to just adjust until you feel like you can effortlessly float the legs above you. The arms reach out. And so we take a few moments here to reverse all of that grounding work we did in the legs, all the strengthening. So all that energy that we created in the legs is now being reversed and given to the heart, the brain, the internal organs. Stay with the rhythm of your breath. This is a great pose to do anytime you need to relax. Feel free to stay as long as feels good. But for our purposes, let's bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor for a gentle supported bridge. When you're ready, push into the feet, lift the hips off the block and slowly roll down. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees come open. Or just take the legs straight out into Shavasana. And let's take a few moments here to rest, to really feel the effects of this grounding practice. While you're here, you may want to imagine a spinning, glowing, red disc at the base of your spine. Muladhara, the root chakra, clear, free, and flowing. start to bring your awareness back. Gently wiggle your fingers, your toes. Waking your body up slowly. Feel free to take a nice big stretch. Stretch and yawn. And then roll over onto your right side. Pause in the fetal position. Give yourself a moment to feel all the effects of the practice before you press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Let's close together, bringing the hands together at the heart. Bow the gaze down in humility, in gratitude for yourself. You showed up today. You did some moving, you did some breathing, and I hope that you feel better. Take a moment of gratitude for your practice, just being able to tune in and tune up and feel good. I thank you for showing up. I hope that you got everything you needed today. Namaste. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me and flowing. I hope to see you next week.